Floods have shaped history. In 1931, China's Yellow River flooded. It killed millions and left many more homeless. The ancient Egyptians relied on yearly Nile floods for farming. Floods can destroy, but they can also bring life. Today, floods affect millions worldwide. They cause billions in damage each year. Climate change is making them worse. That's why it's crucial to understand floods. We need to know how to prepare and survive. In this guide, we'll explore floods from all angles. We'll learn how to stay safe when the waters rise. Imagine Earth as a giant bathtub. Rain and melting snow are like water from a tap. Usually the water drains away through rivers and into the ocean, but sometimes too much water comes too fast. The drain can't keep up. That's when we get floods. There are different types of floods. Flash floods happen quickly, often after heavy rain. River floods occur when rivers overflow their banks. Coastal floods happen when storms push seawater inland. Each type has its own dangers. The water cycle plays a big role in floods. Water evaporates from oceans and lakes. It forms clouds. These clouds release rain or snow. This water flows back to the ocean through rivers. Usually this cycle is balanced, but extreme weather can disrupt it. Mountains and valleys affect floods too. Rain falling on mountains rushes down to valleys. This can cause sudden, dangerous floods. Flat areas might flood more slowly, but the water can spread far. Understanding your local landscape is key to flood safety. We humans often make floods worse without realizing it. How? By changing the land. We build cities with lots of concrete and asphalt. These materials don't absorb water like soil does. Rain can't soak in, so it runs off quickly. This leads to more flooding. Cutting down forests is another problem. Trees and plants help soak up rainwater. They slow down water flow. Without them, rain rushes straight into rivers. This can cause rivers to overflow faster. In the Amazon, deforestation has led to more severe floods. Urban planner as S4. Building in floodplains is risky business. Floodplains are flat areas next to rivers. They're meant to flood naturally. But we often build houses and towns there. When floods come, these areas get hit hard. New Orleans is a famous example. Much of the city is below sea level. This makes it very vulnerable to floods. Urban planner as S4, climate change is making things worse. It's causing more extreme weather. We're seeing heavier rains and stronger storms. Sea levels are rising too. All of this leads to more frequent and severe floods. We need to adapt our cities and lifestyles to this new reality. Section 5. Pack smart your flood emergency kit. Your emergency kit is your lifeline during a flood. Start with water. Pack 1 gallon per person per day. Aim for a 3-day supply. Remember, flood water isn't safe to drink. It's full of nasty stuff. Food is next. Choose non-perishable items. Canned goods, dried foods, and energy bars are great. Don't forget a manual can opener. Pack enough for 3 days. Include some comfort foods too. They can boost morale in tough times. First aid is crucial. Pack bandages, antiseptic, pain relievers, and any prescription meds you need. Add personal hygiene items too. Toilet paper, soap, and hand sanitizer are must-haves. Women should pack feminine supplies. Don't forget important documents. Put copies of IDs, insurance papers, and medical records in a waterproof container. Add some cash too. ATMs might not work during a flood. A change of clothes, blankets, and a flashlight with extra batteries round out your kit. Check and update it regularly. Section 6. Tech to the rescue, gadgets and apps for flood safety. Technology can be a real lifesaver during floods.
Start with a good weather app. I like Dark Sky. It gives precise local forecasts. It can warn you about heavy rain before it starts. The Red Cross has a great flood app too. It gives real-time alerts and safety tips. A waterproof phone case is a must. It keeps your lifeline to the world safe and dry. Some cases even float. Pair it with a solar charger or power bank. You need to keep your devices running when the power's out.
GPS devices can be crucial. They work even when cell networks are down. A handheld GPS can help you navigate to safety. Some models even show real-time weather data. Just remember to pack extra batteries.
For true peace of mind, consider a personal locator beacon. These send out distress signals via satellite. Search and rescue teams can use them to find you. They work anywhere in the world. They're pricey, but they could save your life in extreme situations.
Section 7. When water rises, staying safe during a flood. When floods hit, every second counts.
If officials say evacuate, do it immediately. Don't wait. Grab your emergency kit and go. Avoid flooded roads. Just 6 inches of moving water can knock you down. 2 feet can float your car away.
If you're trapped in a building, go to the highest level, but not the attic, unless it has a window or door. You could get trapped there. If water is rising inside, get on the roof. Signal for help with bright colors or flashlights.
Never swim or wade through floodwater. It's often full of dangerous debris. There could be downed power lines too. Electrocution is a real risk. If you must go through water, use a stick to check depth and firmness of the ground. Stay away from storm drains and culverts. The suction can be incredibly strong. People have been swept away trying to clear debris from these. Let the professionals handle it. Your job is to stay safe and help others do the same.
Section 8, Urban Jungle, Surviving City Floods. City floods bring unique challenges. Concrete jungles don't absorb water well. This means floods can happen fast.
Stay alert for flash floods. They can turn streets into rivers in minutes. Know the high points in your area. Plan how to reach them quickly.
Avoid underground areas. Subways and basements flood first. They can fill up like bathtubs.
If you're in a car, be extra cautious. Flooded underpasses are deadly traps. Turn around if you see standing water. Find a route on higher ground.
In apartment buildings, know your escape routes. Don't rely on elevators. They can stop working if power fails. Use stairs instead.
If you live on a high floor, you might be told to shelter in place. Have supplies ready for this scenario. Urban floods often contaminate water supplies. Don't drink tap water until authorities say it's safe. Use bottled water or purify it yourself. Boiling works well, so do water purification tablets.
Remember, floods can also cause sewage backups. Be prepared for this nasty possibility. Section 9. After the flood. Picking up the pieces. When the waters recede, the real work begins. But safety comes first. Wait for the all clear from authorities before returning home.
Watch out for debris and damaged roads. Floodwaters can weaken structures. Be cautious entering buildings. Start cleaning up as soon as it's safe. Mold can start growing within 24 to 48 hours. Remove wet items and dry your home quickly. Use fans and dehumidifiers if possible.
Throw out anything that can't be cleaned and dried completely. This includes carpets, upholstered furniture, and mattresses.
Document everything for insurance. Take photos and videos before you start cleaning. Keep all receipts for repairs and replaced items. Contact your insurance company as soon as possible. They can guide you through the claims process.
Be prepared for emotional challenges. Losing your home or possessions is traumatic. It's normal to feel overwhelmed or depressed. Seek help if you need it. Many communities offer counseling services after disasters.
Remember, recovering from a flood takes time. Be patient with yourself and others.
Section 10. Learning from the past. Real flood stories. History teaches us valuable lessons about floods. Take the Great Mississippi Flood of 1927. It showed the limits of levee systems. After this, the U.S. changed its flood control strategy. They started using floodways and reservoirs. These give rivers room to flood safely.
The 2011 Brisbane flood in Australia highlighted the importance of communication. Many people didn't understand flood warnings. They didn't know how to prepare. After this, Australia improved its warning systems. They made them clearer and more actionable.
Hurricane Katrina in 2005 was a wake-up call for many. It showed how vulnerable our cities are. New Orleans levees failed catastrophically. Since then, the city has invested billions in flood defenses. They've built a massive surge barrier and stronger levees.
The European floods of 2021 taught us about climate change impacts. They hit areas not used to such extreme weather. This showed the need for better flood preparedness everywhere. Even places that rarely flooded before need to be ready now.
Section 11, Future-proofing cool ideas to beat floods. Innovation is key to tackling future floods. In the Netherlands, they're building floating houses. These rise and fall with water levels. It's like living on a boat, but on land. This could be a game changer for flood-prone areas.
Some cities are creating sponge neighborhoods. These use porous pavements and lots of green spaces. They absorb rainwater instead of letting it run off. China is leading the way with this. They're turning urban areas into giant sponges.
Early warning systems are getting smarter too. Some use artificial intelligence to predict floods. They can give more accurate warnings earlier. This gives people more time to prepare and evacuate.
Nature-based solutions are gaining popularity. Instead of fighting rivers, we're learning to work with them. This means restoring wetlands and giving rivers more space to flood safely. It's better for the environment and often cheaper than building big flood walls.
Remember, staying safe in floods is all about preparation and quick thinking. Know your risks, have a plan, and stay informed. With the right knowledge and tools, you can weather any storm. Stay safe out there, and always be ready for adventure.